clear.
Okay, let's go. Hello everyone, it's Sandals, and today we're going for a little cruise in the Cressida because we thought that would be really funny. And we're doing kind of the grand finale to the Sandals in Japan series. So in the penultimate video, Ultimate Car Weekend in Tokyo, I told you guys to ask some questions about what you'd like to know about moving to Japan, so I'll be answering some of those and also kind of just going over what I wish I knew before. Hello? It died? We are so back. So yeah, I'm going to be answering some of the questions that you guys asked about what it's like to live in Japan, and then also talking about my own experience and going over some of the things that I wish I knew before moving to Japan. In the first Sandals in Japan video where I talked about moving to Tokyo, I explained that I was going on an exchange semester abroad. The university that I go to has a partner school in Tokyo, so set up an exchange and I went there. And I was living there for about 5 months. Oh, I'm getting gapped right now. Yeah, overall it was a really great time. It was my first time living abroad. I was all by myself and I didn't really know what to expect, but it was definitely a ton of fun and I'm glad that I did that. So I went there about a month early just so that I could have some fun and go traveling before school started. So I did that and I did have a lot of fun and I traveled a lot and I went to a bunch of really cool places, but I also spent through almost my entire savings that I had arranged for my trip. So that was pretty brutal. Overall, I don't regret it. Obviously, during the time that I was traveling around, I had a really great time and a lot of good experiences, so time is more precious. So don't save for retirement, just have a great day every day. How expensive is it to live in Japan? It really depends on you and how you're trying to spend your money. It's easy to spend money when you want to travel around and have a great time. You can spend anywhere from $10 a day on food if you're eating cheaply, upwards of $100 a day on food. If you want to do activities, it kind of adds up. Living expenses, I don't remember off the top of my head exactly how much my rent was. It was a flat rate in yen, but I don't remember the amount right now. Overall, it was probably $1,000 a month. A car can get pretty expensive, especially with parking and all that. I would take the train a lot, and the train is $3 to $5 depending on where you're going, from where to where. And again, this is all in Canadian dollars for reference. Do with that as you will. Yeah, overall, it's a little bit cheaper than living in Canada, but it, again, really comes down to what you're doing. How do you get a visa? So there are kind of a number of different ways that you can get a visa. Obviously, I was there on a student visa, so you have to obviously go to a school that will, if you get into a Japanese university, then you can go in on a student visa, or you can go on exchange and get a student visa like I did. You can also do working visa. As I said before, you have a company that sponsors you. Working holiday visa is the simplest one to get pretty much because I think you can just go and apply for it if you want to live there for up to 1.5 years, but there are certain restrictions. I think that you have to be under the age of 30 and something like that. And then obviously you can get a human green card. I mean, fall in love and get married with someone from Japan. Is it hard if you don't speak Japanese? You can certainly get by without speaking Japanese. The question is again, what are you intending to do there? If you get a job, you will 99.9% of the time need to speak Japanese. Is it hard to learn? Not. I mean, it's obviously learning a language is very difficult and there's a lot of nuances to it. I was studying before I went using a textbook called Genki, and I also used Duolingo, and I watched a lot of Japanese movies and listened to Japanese music. So you kind of get a listen to the language and just practicing with other people as well. Is it true that there are cool cars everywhere? There are a lot of cool cars. Are they everywhere? not really. But I would say on an average day, I probably saw at least one cool car. How many Gundams are there? The only thing you should do when you go to Japan is find Gundam. That's the only thing that matters. You go, you get off the plane, you go find Gundam, and then you can go home. Is it easy to make friends? I think it really depends on yourself. If you are outgoing and you're not scared to approach people, then yeah, it's pretty easy to make friends. If you have a job there, you can talk to your coworkers. If you're going to school, obviously it's easy to talk to your classmates and stuff and kind of get to know them. A lot of people don't speak English because that's just not how it is in Japan. I mean, of course, it's more common with younger people, but like if you want to meet people, you will have to know the language. So it's just about putting yourself out there and being able to communicate with people. Do I feel like I got treated differently as a foreigner? You definitely stand out. In a lot of circumstances, I was like one of the only foreigners around, especially when you're not like in the big city. People are like, hi, like what are you doing here? Like, are you enjoying Japan? So yeah, I guess I do get treated differently because you do kind of stand out, but for the most part, people were really nice to me and just wanted me to have a great time and enjoy. My favorite part about living in Japan is the food. Honestly, as like cliche as that is, I love being able to just go into a cafe or a little restaurant that seats like 6 people and know that I'm gonna have a great meal. Is it difficult to get typical Westerner ingredients or food? I have this really fond memory from like the day that I moved into my house and I was walking around and like down the road was a Red Lobster. Oh, R34, that's so cool. But yeah, there's a ton of like chain restaurants from the West that like Denny's or McDonald's or whatever. Some things you can't get there, like I don't think I saw like regular peanut butter, for example. But also, if you're living in Japan, like you should really enjoy Japanese food because it's delicious. If you are planning to move to Japan or live there for an extended period of time, my #1 recommendation is honestly to learn Japanese or at least try to learn the basics. You should at least know some of the basics like hello and thank you and all of that. Konnichiwa, konbanwa, ohayo, arigatou gozaimasu, onegai shimasu. I don't know, just stuff like that. Like honestly, just download Duolingo and do that for like as long as you can and as much as you can. What did I do in my spare time? I really liked just walking around and like traveling places. I think that there's a lot of really great nature. There's a ton of parks. So if you have a full day, you can go on a day trip somewhere. If you have like a couple hours, I don't know, just like traveling around and experiencing different places and going to different restaurants and cafes and stuff. If you're bored as a car enthusiast, I would recommend looking up different shops that you think are cool, paying them a visit. So if you watch the Alex in Japan series, you can find a bunch of different shops that you can visit. A great thing is to rent a car. It is super fun being mobile and getting to go places like Daikoku, which you need a car to go to.
That was the worst possible route.
I'm so sorry. Okay, let me out, this is terrible. Okay, so that's a wrap on the last Sandals in Japan video. Overall, it was a really great experience. So if you do have the chance to move to Japan for an exchange or a short time or whatever, highly recommend it. Push your boundaries and just go do it because who knows when you'll get that chance again. Thank you guys so much for watching. Filming the Sandals in Japan video really was daunting task, and obviously in the first videos I wasn't super comfortable with filming, but I feel like by the end of it I really got a better handle on things and it was a lot of fun getting to learn that skill set, and it also gave me an opportunity to go and do a bunch of cool events that I got to share with you guys. Really appreciate the support throughout the whole series and all the comments and everything. I really liked that. Can't say enough good things. That was a blast and I can't wait to go back one day. Thank you, buy a keychain and have a great time. Boom!